Hello everyone, welcome to Community Distance Reiki. I'm Danielle Stimpson of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and I'm so glad to have you here with me this afternoon. If you're new here, go ahead and click that live chat button. Feel free to introduce yourself and make any requests for your personal healing, at least as much as you feel comfortable sharing on YouTube. And we are going to have so much fun, and in about an hour or so, we will transition from building a beautiful crystal grid exactly to all of your requests into a peaceful and loving distance Reiki session. For those of you who might be tuning into this as a pre-recorded video, hello from the past. If you want to skip ahead to that healing session, go to about the 1 hour mark or where you see the lights begin to shift, and your journey will begin there. For those of you who are returning, thank you for coming back and for your ongoing support. I look forward to helping out with your general healing today. If you want to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification classes, my one-on-one distance healings and tarot readings, or to shop my Reiki Charged Crystal collection, go ahead over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com or click on the links in the description below. So thank you all so much. Again, let's go ahead and take a peek at that grid and start building. Hey, oh my goodness, Dell, you're back. I'm so glad to see that. How are you feeling? The kittens are doing well. The kittens are well. Also wanted to update everyone. Thank you so much for helping me reach the 1,000 subscriber mark so that I could apply to be monetized and be a YouTube partner. We did hit that goal a little over a week ago, and I've been approved for monetization. It seems that about a week after I hit that 1,000 goal, YouTube dropped that to 500. Hey. But yes, I am officially a monetized channel. Thank you, everyone. Well done. So I appreciate all of you being here. We're starting things off with our our copper spiral as per normal. This helps to get the energy flowing. It helps to break up blockages, and it also looks wonderful. So let's go ahead and put some crystals on there. Welcome in Barbie, Lori Curtis. Good to see you too. Dell and Lori, I'm so happy to see you both. Yeah, my hair is wet and lighting's a little bit off. It was a little bit of a rough day. We had some violent storms here, so things got started off on a much later than I thought they would today. But yes, thank you. Very happy for being an official monetized YouTube channel. This is awesome, and thank you all so much for getting me there. So let's see, we've got Lori, Jenny, Jennifer Vatsa, Barbie, Dell. We've also got Barbara. Welcome back in. Grace, good to see you. I'm good, thank you. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I saw Lori. I saw that you requested Jade, Larimer Emerald. Hang on. Sirens. There we go. Jade, Larimer Emerald, Rose Quartz, and Sapphire. You got it. Okay. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy to see you, Dell. You're so welcome. Carol, welcome in. You're totally in good hands. Everyone here is super sweet. Feel free to make any requests for your personal well-being if you feel so inclined to share. And I'm going to build us a beautiful crystal grid exactly to everyone's requests. So, yeah. Oh, and Goddess of Four, welcome back. Crystals for your new puppy that you have to bottle feed? Absolutely. Good to see you, Patty. We look forward to seeing Key at 8. And, okay, so let's get started on... see. We'll start with some Jade. Jade is amazing for good fortune, balance of energy, and really balance in every aspect of life. But it also invites in and encourages good luck and well-being and good fortune in your relationships, with your family, with career, with community, and in every conceivable way. It's just a ubiquitous stone throughout China and was also revered by the Mayans. So we'll bring in this beautiful piece of jade, and we're going to put it right smack dab in the center under our copper. Next is rose quartz. This is one that if you've worked with crystals, you've probably worked with this one. Rose quartz helps us to feel this consistent and loving, unconditional love of spirit and of the universe around us, which is in some ways really profound and in some ways very subtle. It helps us to let go of the pain that no longer serves us by reminding us that there is something better that can come in. So rose quartz for sure. There we go. Sapphire is angelic, high vibration, and helps us with channeling. So if you are getting messages from spirit, if you are sharing those with other people, this can help you not only to maintain that intuitive connection, but also to find the best words to relate the experiences that you're getting to your querent. It helps with obtaining speedy justice, with supporting the thyroid, the eyes, and the ears, as well as it's thought to be helpful for dementia, both for folks who are struggling with that and for their caregivers. It also helps with envisioning positive things in times of change. So we'll bring in that sapphire, and this is how sapphire forms in nature. Really beautiful. And let's get this as, there we go. Larimer helps with moving along on our spiritual purpose. It helps by encouraging you along your path and reminding you that your spiritual path is going to look different from that of other people's, as it should. It's meant to be your journey. You will feel like a spiritual pioneer, and this reminds you of that, and it helps support you in striking that out. So we'll go ahead and we'll bring this in. Let's see. Let's do this one so you can see it. There we go. So that is Larimer. Emerald is wonderful for the upper respiratory system. And I don't know about you, I'm in the Northeast and I'm still struggling with the smoke from the wildfires that came through last week. And of course, it's allergy and asthma season for sure. I struggle with both of those. It's wonderful for that. It's also great for healing skin and tissue and for reigniting our zest for life and the things that are important to us. We feel like we've become a little apathetic or a little bit stuck. It also helps with restoring confidence about our appearance and with, bathing suit times being around us here in our hemisphere. Yeah, let's bring in all the love for our feeling of self-confidence. Yes, I firmly believe that a bikini body is any body with a bikini on it. Everybody should wear whatever they want. And for the puppy that is bottle feeding, this is Leopard Skin Jasper. Absolutely excellent for everything that has to do with animals, regardless of which animal or for what physical reason. This can be so helpful. Also wonderful for connecting with our animal spirit guides. So helps us to connect there. Also great for anything impacting the skin, as well as coordination and balance, and for attracting a soulmate. So that is Leopard Skin Jasper. Awesome. And I will hop around from everyone's request, but I believe I will get to everyone's today. Let's see. Vincent, good to see you. Chris, it's beautiful to see you. I hope you've had a good week. Oh, absolutely, Indigo Gabro. Okay. absolutely. Okay, awesome. Oh, we will get there one. Hey, Cora Carr, lots of love to you. Let's see. Let's next one go into kittens and doggo healing and attracting abundance and financial abundance too. And I saw the request for citrine also. Let's do some financial abundance. Let's see, we got some citrine, we got some pyrite. We'll bring in some red tiger eye. And why not some cinnabar, as well as serpentine. And Jenny, I remember your cats have blood sugar issues. I believe they're diabetic. So I'm going to bring out some serpentine for them. Serpentine is helpful for animals and humans for sure, but it's one that's particularly good for struggles around maintaining blood sugar, whether you're diabetic, hypoglycemic, anything there. Also great for calcium and magnesium deficiencies, muscle weakness. Another one that can be supportive of folks with dementia as well as their caregivers, as well as anything around rashes, eczema, and even helps encourage the depth of a trance meditation. So this is serpentine. So I hope that helps your cats too. Speaking of cats, hello there. How are you? What's going on? Is that you, Gertie? No, it's Hattie. How are you? Citrine is a very potent stone of financial abundance and also just resource needs in general. So whether it's actual liquid cash that you need, or if it's, roof over your head, a car, a new apartment or home, this can help call that in. It's also great for making good financial decisions and for balancing logic with intuition. That's actually how I work with citrine most. I find that as much as I'm an intuitive, and this is literally what I do, I still am like a Capricorn sun, a Taurus moon, and I rely very much on logic. And I almost need to be reminded to bring in that spiritual side sometimes. And citrine really helps. It's also great for addictions, compulsions, and it's even thought to help fibromyalgia. And as I mentioned, all of the beautiful things that crystals can help us with, I never see it as a replacement for anything. I see it as a complement to everything. It's like personally, I use the medications I need to. I stick to the diet that's best for me. I do all the things I can for my personal well-being, and I also work with rocks and Reiki, and the whole picture really is what helps me. Next is red tiger eye, which helps us to attract quick financial success when we need it. This is like manifesting money in a hurry. It's also incredibly protective. It's the anti-bully stone. It's the anti-psychic attack stone, whether it's really intentional or especially for really intentional negative workings, but even passive stuff that people don't realize they're doing. This can help kind of keep that at bay. But when it comes to bullying, triangulating, gaslighting, any of that stuff, even being gossiped about, red tiger eye can be super protective. So I absolutely love working with red tiger eye. And next is pyrite. Pyrite is fool's gold, and fool's gold helps to invite in the real gold. It definitely helps attract financial abundance. It also helps the body to receive during a Reiki session. It's very protective as far as like energetically and intuitively, and it helps support deepened intuition, especially if you're working with some new style of intuition or a new way of gleaning answers. This can help you with that. Yes, I want to hear, but I don't want to hear these things. It can be a mixed message. This can help you hold that boundary. It's great for the brain, memory, as well as the lungs, and it's thought to help with things like fever. So that is pyrite. And that naturally forms in squares. These were not cut into squares. That's how it forms. So that's pyrite. And the last abundance stone here is Cinnabar, which is the best example is those big red spots. Cinnabar is mercury. Yes, mercury, which is toxic. This is definitely a stone to be careful with. The stone that if you purchase Cinnabar on the market, chances are you will see something like this. This is Cinnabar in quartz. And the Cinnabar, yes, it's mercury, but there's a lot less of it here in a concentration, and it's in quartz. Cinnabar has long been respected as the merchant stone. It's thought to attract customers to a business. And I know a lot of you are self-employed, or even if you work for a company, you may rely on attracting customers. So this can be very helpful with that. So that is Cinnabar. So we'll place that here for now. And awesome. So let's keep going with the requests. I see Christina, welcome in. Oh, it's so good to see everyone. Oh, Dell Curtis, your father-in-law's dog also has diabetes. Yeah. The leopard skin jasper and serpentine combo is super helpful. Awesome. Okay, cool. Ooh, good request. Hey, Affirmation Station, it's great to see you. Tara, welcome in. Belinda, I hope you're doing great. Okay. All right, let's get some others of our requests. Lori also had the requests for feminine health, sleep, and motivation. And I did see some other ones for like motivation and like energy and things like that. So we've got that. So let's bring that in. Okay. Let's start with some pink tourmaline for women's health. This is great for hormone health, regardless of gender, but especially when we talk about women's health, this is like the GYN stone, the gynecologic stone. Regardless of what the issues are, this is incredibly helpful. It's also great for migraines and nerve pain, which is also called neuralgia, which I struggle with. It helps with mom and baby bonding too, as well as spinal injuries and even dispelling a negative self-image, which kind of helps it alongside emerald if that's something you're struggling with. So we will bring in some pink tourmaline. Hey, Butta. Okay. Next is Bumblebee Jasper, which is quickly becoming one of our favorites. This is a stone of energy, vitality, and mental focus. This is a stone of like, let's get up and get to work and like laser focus on what needs to be done. It's very motivating. It's very empowering, especially if it comes to something that you're manifesting or that you're putting efforts towards, like a manifesting it in the spiritual way and showing up in action and doing the things. Wonderful for like combining the power of both. It helps with decision making, like the go get it kind of feeling. Also for collaboration and group work, and in general, just positivity and a lot of confidence. It's very, very supportive of the solar plexus chakra, which is our center of free will and self-identity. So moving forward with what's important to you and in alignment with your highest goods. Also wonderful for balancing yin and yang in the body. So that's Bumblebee Jasper. This actually also has some mild toxins in it. It has sulfur and it has it always just slips my mind. And I know how they used it. Arsenic. So yeah, another stone not to put in. I never suggest putting crystals in water and drinking it because you don't need to. And I know too much about the gem industry to know, like, just don't. but yeah, those two especially. Next is for great sleep. And so for that, we have Labradorite. This very much helps sleep. It also helps to calm disputes, and it's great for detailed attention. So if you're looking through a lot of information, like to find errors or like needle in a haystack type work, this is really, really excellent for that. Also helps with clairvoyance, which is our spiritual sight, as well as research and study. So that is Labradorite. Labradorite is very closely related to Moonstone and Rainbow Moonstone. Okay, so there we go. And Grace intention is for your wrists, for love, and for happiness. Awesome. So let's do the Emerald will probably help your wrists, but also Mahogany Obsidian. This can help with carpal tunnel. So this is Mahogany Obsidian. It's so pretty, isn't it? This is great for releasing perfectionism and meeting your goals. So if you struggle with the concept of a done something is better than a perfect nothing, if that's a hard thing for you to work through, this can be really supportive. It also helps you to release anger as well as any need for approval, to kind of trust yourself, and it adds a lot of confidence and internal empowerment. Also helps vitality, strength, the teeth and the gums, and it's thought to help with skin healing as well. So that is Mahogany Obsidian. Let's go ahead and place these on top of Rose Quartz. Heart healing, let's bring in some Rhodonite. And for happiness today, let's bring in some honey calcite. So Rhodonite is a stone that can help to heal a broken heart, including a broken heart from grief, breakup, whatever the case might be. It helps to heal the heart so we can open our heart to love again. It's a stone that can be helpful in times of, like I said, a breakup, but also even after the loss of a partner through maybe they've passed on. This can be very helpful. It helps with insecurities as well as anyone who has experienced emotional abuse and is recovering from that. It also helps with the lungs, allergies, and asthma, as well as any kind of autoimmune issues. So Rhodonite, I work with this stone often. I wear it almost every day. It's very, very helpful. Okay. And honey calcite helps us to remain optimistic even when times are not supporting optimism. It also helps to attract the best people into your life that complement who you are right now and where you're going right now. Whether it's new colleagues, new friends, new romantic interests, new neighbors, whatever the case may be, this can help bring those great people in. It balances the solar plexus, which is your center of self-identity, free will, and being yourself, with the sacral, which is our center of relationships and how we relate to others. So it can be very supportive with those kinds of things. Bring this in here. And I wish you all the best, Grace. It's always good to see you. Hey, Witchy Homestead, good to see you. Okay, gotcha. And I will keep going through and grabbing more requests. Okay, guidance, confirmation, clarity, and peace. I like that, Barbara. Let's do that. Guidance, clarity, peace. And I did see a request for, I think it was Kristen. Yeah, wait. So Absolutely. We've got blue apatite here. This is a stone that can help with everything involving our relationship to food, including losing weight or gaining weight, whatever the case may be. Even if it's just to have a better relationship with food, this is very helpful. It's also helpful for courage on our soul path, like revealing our soul path and then having the courage to follow it. It helps with both. It also helps to strengthen our energy field or aura. So if you tend to accidentally absorb the energy of others into your field, this is a stone that can be very helpful in maybe not having to struggle with that so much. It's also great for harmony and peace and generally relaxation, yes, but more like harmony and peace on an even deeper level than that. So we will bring this in. This will definitely help with peace. So that's blue apatite. Yes, it's funny that the stone around food is apatite. And for clarity, Bumblebee Jasper helps. But for guidance and confirmation, I would say blue Kyanite. This helps us to better understand the intuitive guidance and wisdom and kind of like the messages that spirit would send us. It helps us to better notice them and understand them. It also helps us to really love ourselves unconditionally. It's just a radical self-acceptance, which is super helpful and powerful. And it being Pride Month, this is a very perfect stone for that. It's also great for certain types of neurological care, especially after anything like a stroke. And so it can be helpful for things. It's thought to be helpful for mobility and speech in regards to that. So this is blue Kyanite, understanding those messages. And I'm also going to bring in some Chevron Amethyst. This helps us to kind of connect with spirit on an intuitional level. It helps with sending messages up to spirit, so asking for help and clarity and then receiving those messages back. It's also thought to be really helpful for tolerance of others, as well as the general health and well-being of anything that's degenerative, any degenerative health issue. But it's great for channeling, visionary work, shamanic journeying, any way that you connect to spirit. So even if it's through your dreams, but however you get messages of confirmation, and however you kind of feel your guidance, this can support it. So that is Chevron Amethyst. So glad to have you here again. Awesome. And next we have Jenny, healing the shoulds, guilt, and leaving behind learned helplessness. That was a really hard one for me too. I totally get it. Shoulds, guilt, and that. Yeah. So shoulds is definitely like feeling empowered on your soul's mission. So like solar plexus, and also Larimer, Bumblebee Jasper, honey calcite. But I'm going to bring in some Snowflake Obsidian. This is an excellent stone for working through feelings around guilt, especially misplaced guilt. It also helps to kind of see our patterns that are holding us back and find new ways of dealing with the things that are kind of at the core and the root of those habits. It helps to calm overstimulation, which is helpful, especially being in a city. It's loud. Sometimes it can be a bit much. It really can calm that. It's great for mind, body, spirit balance. It's another one that's great for serenity and peace. So this will help Barbara as well. And it's great for hope and clairaudience. This is another way in which we experience messages from spirit. Clairaudience is our spiritual hearing. So Snowflake Obsidian. This is another one that can help empower your sense of self. It's deeply empowering in general, and it is red jasper. It helps with being protected and feeling protected, feeling grounded, rooted, and able to say, this is me, this is who I am, and this is where I'm going. It helps also with fighting any kind of injustice and standing up against things like bullying, as well as support for emotions, especially if it's through like a long-term kind of thing. It's great for depression and fertility as well, but it's wonderful for the root chakra. It's very grounding. And it helps you to see things like as they are now, not as they were. And I'm also going to bring in a stone that I know is going to end up showing up here either way today. A lot of us have been working with this, and it's yellow calcite. This is very helpful for the solar plexus in the center of self. This is not only optimism and joy, which it brings a lot of both, but it's confidence in who you are. It's your self-identity, also your boundaries, making boundaries that work for you and upholding them, which can be even harder than making them sometimes. It helps clear blockages around that solar plexus, that center of self, and doing what is important to you, not everybody else. It helps to release the need for approval of others, much like Mahogany Obsidian can also, and helps you to follow your desires. It helps you to set priorities based on what you want to do, not what others feel or any obligations you've like absorbed along the way. So that is yellow calcite. Blessings to whoever has all those fire engines going towards them. Okay. Jennifer Vatsa, memory gaps, and all the best to you, Jenny. Jennifer, memory gaps from the past due to CPTSD, with you on that. Reconnection, divine guidance, and a quiet weekend in West Philly. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Let's have that. So let's do memory gaps in the past. One of the best stones for memory is pyrite, for sure. I'm going to bring in epidote. I feel like this is helpful for both you and Dell. So Dell is looking for some support for recovering from a big surgery. So epidote can help with not only recovery from big illnesses, big injuries, but also the brain too. Specifically things that are like Parkinson's and things like that, but this can help the brain and memory regardless of the cause. It's also helpful for negative self-talk. So if you tend to talk down to yourself, which is something I've really struggled with, this stone has been very helpful for me with that. Also helps with the nervous system in general and helps us to connect with the fairy realm. And another stone I'm going to bring in for you for healing with CPTSD is going to be black obsidian. It's an excellent stone for trauma, whether it's acute or been held onto for too long, either way. But especially when it comes to acute stuff, it's like things that are just like, it shocks the system. Also great for nervous pets, and it is very protective too. But yeah, this can help us to be a little bit like, be in the depths of whatever that was, so we can experience and grieve, or however we want to, however is best and most healthy for us to move through those painful things, and not so much bury the memory of them. So black obsidian. So we'll put that here and here. And for a quiet weekend, we have the peace stones out. Let's do green kyanite. This is also another stone that can be very helpful for breathing, the upper respiratory tract, all of that. But it's also great for balancing spiritual life with our mundane life. Specifically, I'm picking this for plants and nature spirits. It's very much connected to the spiritual elements of the land on which we occupy. So maybe if we were asking for some support from West Philly to be calm, this could be really helpful with being connected to the spiritual elements out here. It also helps with wisdom through intuition. So that's green kyanite. Green kyanite we used a lot when Omicron was really kicking and everyone was sick, and we found that it was really helpful for upper respiratory side of things. Okay, good stuff. Glad to have you here. Okay, cool. I'm just looking through from the bottom up. Yay. Crystals for finding lost crystals or lost items. I can't think of any offhand. Anyone in here, are there any crystals that anyone in here uses for those types of purposes, for finding what's lost? I haven't been able to think of a crystal for that request before. Yeah, you talking? Yeah. Yeah, you got the purrs? And that's Hattie. Just go ahead and visiting us. Yeah, you can stay here if you want. Okay. Let's see. And just looking through, making sure I'm getting everybody's requests. Okay, we got the citrine. Patty had some requests. Sunstone, red tiger eye, aquamarine. Okay, good stuff. Yeah, we've already gotten a couple of your requests because that's just the way things go. So let's get that sunstone and aquamarine for you. Okay. Sunstone helps to expand our vision of ourselves and what we feel is possible for us in the future. It helps to essentially just allows us to see ourselves as we really are and not see ourselves as where we used to be. Sometimes when we evolve, we forget to take a second look at ourselves. And this is a stone that reminds you, you did not come to Earth to play small. There are great things ahead for you, and to start to adjust your goals around that. It's also helpful for being recognized. So recognition, whether you're doing any kind of marketing for a business or if you're looking for upward movement in your career or a promotion, this helps you be recognized for all of your contributions. It helps with phobias too, and in general with just making lots of opportunities, and it can really protect against exploitation and manipulation too. So this is orange sunstone. And aquamarine, we often joke about it being the anti-Karen stone. And it is, it really is. Aquamarine is great for deflecting pettiness and folks that already have a grievance and they're looking for an outlet for it. Hence it being the anti-Karen stone. It also helps to bring about quick and speedy justice. It helps to get the optimal flow of fluids in the body moving, and it helps with teeth and gums. So definitely supportive of, I did see Jennifer Votz's request for her cats. So this can help with that too. Yeah, so let's do, there we go. That is aquamarine. There you go. You want a toy? You want to play with Aquamarine? There you go. Okay, so recovery from a major operation, Epidote is helpful. Emerald is helpful. Shungite is very helpful. Shungite can very much support healing on the physical level, especially if it's after something really big, like a big surgery. It's good for tissue repair and just physically getting your energy back too. It also helps to release stress and emotional pain and break up energy blockages. Most importantly, this stone can absorb out of our energy field just all the things we do not need or want. It helps to not only clear our auric field, but for those of you who might be sensitive to electromagnetic fields, like if you spend time around electronics and suddenly you feel really sleepy or just sort of cranky, it might be from sensitivity to those electric fields. So shungite can be really helpful. So we'll put this around. So I hope that you feel better soon. All the best to you on your recovery. It's good to see you. Good stuff. Indigo Gabro, absolutely. Actually, have another good example of it here. So Indigo Gabro is a fascinating stone. It looks totally different when it's tumbled versus not tumbled. So Indigo Gabro also goes by the name Mystic Merlinite, not the same as Merlinite, very different stone. But this is a stone that is like black and purple. And it's wonderful for shadow healing. So that's finding the parts of ourselves where it has like the root of an issue that we might want to work on, helps us to find it, and also supports us through working through it. So it's not so much like a personal blame game. It's more, it helps us to find it and then gives us like a good pat on the back and helps support us along the way. It's great for self-improvement and removing really deep energy blocks and breaking up really stuck habits. It's also great for bringing in some spiritual connection into those deeper moments, as well as intuition, especially in dreams and in meditation, and for following your heart. So there it is. And here's what it looks like tumbled. I actually just got this in. This one's for me. That's what Indigo Gabro looks like when it is like smooth. You can see more of the purple, but it is a beautiful stone. So let's go ahead. I'm going to place this. Ah, there we can't see it. So I'm going to put that here and here. And let's see. Is this too big for here? I might knock it over if I put that there now. But if there's room at the end before we start doing the actual Reiki, I will put the big sphere in the middle. Cool. So I'm so glad you discovered that. Okay, and okay, cool. I'm going to get to some of Chris's requests too. I've gotten a lot of yours already, so that's awesome. Okay, cool. So we've got a request for Lapis, Moonstone. Yeah, let's do Lapis and Moonstone. And Green Aventurine. So Moonstone helps us to connect with lunar energies, the divine feminine. I actually just did a short on Moonstone just a few days ago. But yeah, the moon, it very much embodies connection to divine wisdom, the rhythms, patterns, and cycles of nature, and deep inner knowingness, connection to the divine feminine, and also to ancient wisdom. If you're studying any kind of spiritual practice that has ancient roots, this can be really helpful. Also helps to invite in love and finding your soulmate relationship. So this will also be helpful for Tara. This helps with that, as does Leopard Skin Jasper, and also women's health. So Lori, this will help you too. It helps with intuition and also releasing patterns, and it's also protective if you're traveling. So let's go ahead and put some pieces of Moonstone around here. Moonstone can look a lot of different ways, and it is, like I mentioned earlier, very related to Labradorite. Let's do, there we go. So that is Moonstone. Aventurine is very much like a complement to, like an excellent complement to Orange Sunstone. It helps to, in a way, like deeply encourage us while healing our heart center. It's like, hey, you're bigger than you think you are. You can do more than you think. Like, it's okay. It helps to expand our vision of our potential in a very loving, grounded, encouraging kind of way. It's very nurturing energy. It's also great for eye problems, allergies, as well as problems of the physical heart. And if you struggle with things like if you need to learn something new and you struggle with like, oh, I don't know if I can learn this. I'm so intimidated by learning this. This is a stone that can help you say, it's okay, one step at a time, you can do this. So we'll bring in the green Aventurine. Let's put that on top of our Moonstone. And Lapis helps with pain and inflammation, as well as, and I did see a couple of requests around helping. I think it was Carol that was asking for help with son with their job. This can be helpful with that. This is great for moving up in your career, as well as anything around integrity, your follow through, your open communication, honesty, doing what you say you're going to do, all those kinds of things. This is a stone that can help you to make yourself like the next level up in your career, and to meet other people who embody those principles as well. It's also thought to help the inner ear for things like vertigo and balance issues, as well as even certain types of hearing loss. It helps to aid disorganization and definitely supports you in taking personal responsibility for things. So we will bring this in. So that's Lapis. Let's put that here with Epidote. Awesome. And for soulmate energy too, let's also bring in Carnelian. This is an ultimate relationship stone. Not just romantic relationships, mind you, all relationships, like from family members to housemates to colleagues to neighbors, all of the above, but especially romantic things. This is the stone of the sacral chakra, which is beneath the navel. That's fertility, sexuality, sexual function and dysfunction. This is also great for wound healing. So Dell, definitely great for you. Helps with cold, allergies, and things like that too. But attracting your twin flame, attracting a good solid relationship, and also beating apathy if you tend to feel kind of stuck. But this is a great stone for working through relationship issues and for asking the universe for a great relationship. This and Moonstone together, I feel, are great for that. So we'll put this right in front of the Moonstone. Awesome. And some more fun summer opportunities. Ah, perfect stone for that. Fuchsite. So definitely for bringing about opportunities and things. We have some good ones there, but Fuchsite is one that really encourages joy, fun, and self-care. It really encourages you to let loose and have fun and find ways to do that. It's also great for sleep disturbances and spinal alignment, as well as carpal tunnel. So this will definitely support your wrists, Grace. And anyone that's doing any kind of inner child work, superb. It is superb for that. So this is Fuchsite. So I'll bring that in. So all the best for you. I hope you have an amazing summer. Sinuses, throat, and chest for your husband, Vincent, who has just joined us. Oh, that's awesome. So sinuses, throat, and chest. The first ones I would get would be emerald and green kyanite. Those are the first that I always go to for those. That's what I actually would have reached for, but they happen to already be there. Let's see, anything else? Oh, and rhodonite, as well as pyrite. So I think we've got those covered. So all the best for your husband, Vincent, and welcome in. But yeah, I'm struggling with some of that stuff too. And yeah, I know you are in, I believe you're in Ireland, if memory serves. But yeah, where I live in the US, we had wildfires in Canada, and the smoke kind of came down, and we're feeling it still. It was last week, and we're feeling it still. So I hope that you're feeling better. And affirmation station, guardian angel guidance, please. Absolutely. Chevron Amethyst is very helpful with that for sure, as is the Sapphire. They're both very angelic and great for bringing in messages. I'm also going to bring in Angelite, which, as the name would suggest, absolutely helps our connection with the angels and our spirit guides. It helps us to feel their presence. It helps us to better understand their messages. It brings a lot of spiritual protection, and it also helps us to just, in general, feel more connected to source. So this can be a stone that can help us even when we're a bit lonely. This is one, too, that is often recommended when there's sound healing. This can help our bodies to get the most out of that sound healing. So Angelite. So I'm going to put, let's see. I'm going to move the aquamarine in a little bit and try to make some room for these guys. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And Celestite. Celestite helps with our connecting to angels. Actually, under the right circumstances, Angelite will over time transform into Celestite under the Earth's surface. Definitely helps with connecting to higher wisdom and our angels, feeling their connection and getting closer to it, discerning thoughts from fears, especially when we're like, I can't quite understand, and you feel fear driven. It can be really hard to hear what spirit is saying. So this can help discern the two. Great for all manner of physical pain too, because it works with the upper chakra so much, it changes our experience of pain in the physical body. So I will bring this in for you too. So that's Celestite. So all the best to you. Let's see. Yeah, let's do. And here, there we go. So that is Celestite. And work opportunities and confidence. Definitely for work opportunities combined with confidence, Sunstone, as well as Lapis. But I did see a couple of requests for help with, oh, good stuff. Oh, you're all welcome. Oh, yeah. I do have chalcopyrite, absolutely. New moon is coming. Awesome. Yeah, definitely for Carol and for our good friend Affirmation Station. we definitely need some support around finding employment. So let's grab some tourmalinated quartz. This is wonderful for breaking up any kind of really stuck energy too. This is black tourmaline running through quartz. In this case, green quartz, but I also have clear. Black tourmaline repels negative energy. Going through quartz like this helps to break up really stuck energy. It's whether it's emotional scar tissue or even like physical scar tissue in the body, on the body. So it'll be helpful for Dell as well in that regard. It's helpful for protection during travel too, but for new jobs, new gigs, new revenue streams, passive income streams, when you're like, okay, I need to like manifest financial abundance from all the different places, also definitely helps with finding new career opportunities too. Yeah, and fortune and luck too. So it brings in a lot of good luck. So let's go ahead and bring these in. I'll put one here and here, kind of. There we go. So all the best to both of you with that. Septarian, absolutely. Okay, so Septarian helps with definitely with muscle pain and spasms, and this also is called often dragon's egg. This is a couple different types of calcite together. It helps with doing really deep emotional work. It can help with what we've called shadow work. It's those parts of ourselves that we kind of have to dig to see what the real root issue is, that kind of stuff. It supports being vulnerable during that process of emotional healing. It helps to support really big change and emotional growth through that. It helps us to understand the underlying behavior, cause, habit, belief at the root of a behavior or a pattern we keep exhibiting, and also helps us to it helps to support our center of self-identity. It's very supportive of the solar plexus. So who am I and who do I want to be going forward? This can be very supportive of that. So we will bring this in. So that is Septarian. Sorry, they're going to be a little off camera, but they're a little bit big, but they are there. And intention, cardio, and insurance. Maybe that was meant to be endurance. Protection while being out in the city and my neighborhood. You're my neighbor too. I know. I'm so sorry. Let's, red tiger eye is very protective. I'm going to start with some smoky quartz. Very, very protective. Helps to transmute lower and negative energy. Also helps to calm worry. And it's thought to even prevent things like theft. And this is another example of smoky quartz. It can be from just off of clear to like levels of smokiness that are almost black. But yeah, very, very protective and does help to shift energy. Also, black obsidian would be one that I would definitely recommend, as well as the red tiger eye. So let's put this in. So smoky. Back in the Middle Ages, smoky quartz was used to protect property from being stolen. So there we go. Okay, and cardio and endurance. Let's bring in some Unakite. This is great for the cardiac function and also superb for women's health. So this is heart rhythms, body circulation, all of those good things, and metabolism. But when it comes to women's health, it's fertility, prenatal, postpartum, onset of menses, menopause, all of the in-between. It's also very helpful for working around fertility and trying to begin your family. And it's great for addictions and compulsions. It's especially good for quitting smoking. So this is Unakite. Okay, lots of love to you. And so Christina, liver, weight, and career. So we've done a lot of career stuff. Let's see for liver. As far as I know, red jasper is, but I think we're going to call in a book. The Crystal Handbook by Cassandra Eason feels good today. Let's see what she would use for the liver. Oh, and the page turned right to it. So obviously this is where we're meant to look. Ah, these are some good ones. Ooh, there's some good ones. I'm going to read you the whole list and then we're going to add a couple. Amethyst, azurite, banded agate, citrine, which we have out, heliotrope, which is bloodstone, malachite, peridot, orange calcite, gold tiger eye, yellow calcite, and yellow jasper. So we've got a couple of those out. Let's grab a couple more. Let's grab malachite. Let's start with malachite. This is also thought to be helpful for the spleen and the pancreas too. But malachite helps to heal the heart chakra. Really painful, emotional things that we're letting go of. This can help us process that through the heart center without getting really hung up on the pain, but moving through it at a healthy pace. It helps with insomnia and depression as well as anxiety, but really letting go of the past on an emotional level. Also helps with phobias like fear of flying and inflammation and arthritis in general. But yeah, apparently also the liver. So we'll put this in here. Banded agate, we use this sometimes, but not as often. This is apparently great for the liver too, but this is also great for when you're working through things around grief. If you feel very stuck in your grief, it helps to bring that light through the darkness. Or if you're working through a difficult time, it helps to bring that wisdom and love of spirit through the darkness. It's great for any time that you're going through like dark moon of the soul kind of stuff, or if the moon card is coming up for you in your tarot readings, this can be helpful. So this is banded agate, or black and white banded agate in this case. Let's do... But banded agate comes in any number of different colors too. And let's do some peridot. Peridot helps with breaking bad habits and just kind of beliefs and things and patterns that are getting in our way and holding us back. It helps with depression and with weight gain, as well as supporting the friendships that kind of keep us being the best version of ourselves. Also helps with the bowels, IBS, and especially acid reflux, as well as anger and jealousy. So we'll bring this in. And I will definitely add some of this into my knowledge base here too. That's awesome. Cool. Hey, I'm so glad you asked for that. I'm so sorry you're struggling with it, but I'm glad that we could support it. So thank you for being here and all the best. Chalcopyrite may help with finding lost items. That's fascinating. Let's also do, we've got some folks with COVID. I'm so sorry. Let's do that. Moss agate helps with infections and anything spreading through the body. Also helps with any kind of inner child work or higher self work, connection with nature, as well as just unconditional love and deep connection to spirit. It's very physically healing and deeply spiritually grounding. So let's bring that in, and I hope you feel better. Lisa, as well as Samantha, and all of your families, both of your families. Witchy Homestead, I would say that you use your fairy spirit guide to help you find your lost crystals. Epidote can support that. That helps us connect with the fairy realm. Chalcopyrite. Oi. Surprised I can bend that far. So this is chalcopyrite in quartz. The chalcopyrite is what looks like pyrite. Sometimes you'll see chalcopyrite also looking like almost like peacock ore, where it's like sometimes has like bluish tints to it. This just happens to be mostly gold. There is some blue and some red in there, but mostly gold. So yeah, any stone that's in clear quartz or near clear quartz or has points on clear quartz is thought to be like empower the chalcopyrite or whatever the stone is even more. And so, Patty, I hope that this helps you finding things that are lost as well. So we'll put this in. For now, we'll place this here. Let's see. We will try to make all the room we can for all the fun. And I'll move this around so you can actually see the chalcopyrite. Yay. Oh, fun stuff. We have leopard skin jasper for your dog, Samantha. Golden sheen, oh, obsidian sheen. I haven't worked with it, and I do have a request in from friends to get some. I'm working on that. West Philly probably has some weird land spirits. Oh yeah, we do. Some powerful ones too. Some dang powerful ones. Oh yes. Where I'm sitting used to be a Civil War hospital that was founded by the nuns that are still here. But before that, oof, yes, there are some dang powerful spirits. Okay. Oh. And for Jeff, so with grief, black obsidian, excellent, but also I'm going to bring in jet. Jet is superb for grief, especially a loss of a spouse or a sudden loss. This is a type of petrified wood. Yeah, I know. Surprising, right? But really, this is what happens when wood is petrified very quickly through intense heat, usually a volcano, occasionally very hot forest fires, but usually a volcano. It helps, it's in addition to like being with us when we're processing the depths of the grief, so we don't get stuck in it and we don't just sort of like turn off our emotions. Like sometimes we can just be so overwhelmed emotionally that we just go numb. This helps prevent both of those. It helps anyone who is grieving or who is working through hospice or is near people or animals that are soon to pass. And it's also extremely protective against things like the evil eye and the paranormal, but it's a great hospice zone too. So this is Jet. Let's put them here. There we go. Jet looks so heavy, but it's so light. It just feels like a little wooden bead. But all the love to you and to him. That's so sad. Crystal for energy, joint pain, and organizing. Gotcha. Energy, joint pain, organizing. Let's go with joint pain. We'll get some howlite going on. This helps with every manner of joint and bone issue for sure. Whether it's pain or healing that we're looking for, or both. Also helps with calcium absorption and osteoporosis, which is absolutely issues I struggle with. But yeah, bones, bone breaks, joint issues. Also helps with stability, calling in blessings, teeth, hair, the bones. But on an emotional level, this can be a great stone when it comes to anger, resentment, and frustration. Really difficult emotions. This helps to take the sting out of them so that you can be a little less volatile while you figure out a better way to deal with whatever the situation is. So yeah, we can work with that. So we'll bring that in. And for organizing, Lapis can be helpful, but I'm going to bring in garnet. Garnet can be very helpful with organization and with courage, creativity, and practicality. Being efficient, getting the best use of your time and efforts. Finding balance when things are shifting and moving. A very Capricorn stone. It is the January birthstone. But yeah, this is if you're starting something new, like a new venture or a new project, like rearranging your home or anything like that. This can be very helpful. So that is garnet. And where are we going to put you? Okay. All right. And I'll take as many more requests as I can squeeze in. Courage, self-worth, independence. Absolutely. So courage, self-worth, and independence. Red jasper is superb for being empowered and moving forward and seeing yourself as being valid and valuable, as would mahogany obsidian. Independence and trusting what is important to you and following that forward is a yellow calcite thing for sure. For sure. It helps to say, I want to listen to what's important to me, not everybody else's stuff. So those will be really helpful for you. But all the best to you. so the last couple requests. Oh, good to see you, Natalie. Aquamarine for justice. Absolutely. Aquamarine is here and here. Also, Sapphire is great for justice, and that is sprinkled about too. And weight gain, please. Absolutely. That's blue apatite. That's sprinkled around here too. And I did see a request for getting tasks done on time is definitely going to be Garnet and Bumblebee Jasper for sure. And I did see a request for Selenite and we have Celestite in there. Kunzite, I don't know if we can totally fit it. We'll try. So let me fit in the last two stones and then we're going to get into the healing. So selenite is always just off camera. This helps to reflect nothing but pure white light. So this helps us to be close to our guides and have them nearby. It also helps to always reflect abundant good energy, which helps displace lower energy. I actually use it to help clear crystals. And it can really help set a tone for spiritual work in a space. So here is just a little piece to put in the grid. And I'm going to put this just outside the grid. This is kunzite, which is very angelic, very high vibrational heart center stone. It helps to expand the unconditional love our heart can hold and see ourselves as a divine manifestation of spirit. It's very, when I hold it, I feel very connected to higher spiritual realms and even the Kuan Yin. So I'm gonna just sort of, I think we're a little tight on space there. So yeah, so this will be right here though. But with that, I feel like we're ready to dive in and getting test on time. Yup. Healing mother-daughter healing, pink tourmaline. Compassion, peace, and loving kindness from your hubby, Vincent. Oh, lovely. Compassion and peace and loving kindness, blue apatite, and snowflake obsidian. Okay, so those of you who have been here before know what's coming next. I'm going to go ahead and quickly explain what Reiki is, a little of how it works, and how to get the most out of the session we're about to do. And while I do all of that, if you wouldn't mind helping lift the energy of your space and this communal space that we have together, go ahead into the chat and type anything that you are grateful for. Anything at all. While you're doing that, if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button, I'd super appreciate it. And I will be right back. So let's find out what is Reiki. So as I mentioned at the top of the stream, my name is DanielleStimpson. I am the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. If you'd like to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification courses, if you'd like to schedule a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading, or if you'd like to shop my Reiki Charged Crystal collection, go ahead and visit learnreikiphiladelphia.com. You can also find the links in the description below. You'll also find links in the description to my social media, as well as my email newsletter and all of that other good stuff. So what is Reiki? Well, Reiki has become more or less like a catch-all term for energy healing, but specifically the style I work with is known as Usui Reiki. This is named after this tradition's founder, Mikao Usui, and he created this method in the early 1920s in Japan. At that time in Japan's history, teaching anything that could even be considered religion was not really something you could do or should do. So this became a very spiritual yet incredibly secular practice of working with very sacred energy. And the very understanding of what energy is that's at the foundation of Usui Reiki, for that we're best to look at Shintoism, which is the indigenous spirituality of Japan, in which it's understood that Everyone and everything has a soul. Me, you, this microphone, whatever you're sitting on, everything has a soul. And all of that soul energy is interconnected and inextricably linked. And that the life force that is supplied by spirit, however you define it to be, gets basically supplied and runs through that interconnectedness. Essentially, what I'll be doing today is using Usui's techniques to connect to that energy and direct even more of it to you. Your body, mind, and spirit are always working with that energy and are very well acquainted with it, even if you only just heard about it today. The mind, body, spirit work with this energy all the time to bring about the greatest balance and healing for you on a moment-to-moment basis. And essentially, I'm just bringing them even more good stuff to do what they already do for you. During the session, you may feel some physical sensations. You may have some emotions come up or be released. You also may mentally have a chance to think some things through and get some mental clarity on some things that have been a little challenging for you. You may also get to hear your subconscious kind of bubble up. You may also have some spiritual clarity or deep intuition or a big resolution for yourself. Or you may just have a really great nap. Chances are it's going to be some combination of a lot of those different things. But the way it shows up for you will be in support of exactly the best, highest good for you today. How do you make the most of it? Well, I suggest that you get as comfortable as you can. Sitting up, lying down, whatever feels cozy. You can literally do anything you want during this time. You can lay down, take a nap. You can stretch, move, bend, get up and get a glass of tea. You don't have to remain still. You can close your eyes or keep them open. You can journal or just sort of meditate, whatever you'd like to do. But what you don't need to do is really anything. You don't have to focus on anything. You don't have to keep your mind silent. If you aren't sure if what you're thinking of or what comes to mind is helpful or just distraction, take a deep breath in and out. And if it keeps coming back, hear it out. It may be some wisdom for you. And if you feel like you get distracted, that deep breath also works really well. I will send this energy healing to all of you for 25 minutes, during which I will turn the lights down. They'll move slowly and gently from one color to the next. At no point will they flash or strobe. And I will turn the music up. If you enjoy the music, go ahead and check out our musical creator. There's a link to her YouTube page and our website at the bottom of the description so you can enjoy it some more. And because Reiki is flowing through all of us all the time, regardless of when or where we happen to be, it doesn't matter where you are in terms of miles or kilometers in relation to me, and it doesn't matter when you're watching this video. So if you're watching this in the future, hello from the past, you're going to have an amazing session. And if you're here live and one day you're like, oh, I could really use some Reiki. Ooh, Danielle's not live right now. Go ahead and enjoy our playlist of past live streams. There are over 300 videos for you to enjoy anytime you need it. You can skip ahead to the healing session or enjoy all the chat about crystals beforehand, whatever feels right to you in that moment. Thank you so much for being here. As I send the energy, I'll be quiet. You'll have the music. At the end of that 25-minute session, you'll hear my voice come in. I'll encourage you to take a deep breath in and out at your own pace. And then I'll reopen the chat so you can go ahead and ask for any support or any clarity on anything you may have experienced. You can share any experiences you have, ask questions, and then from there we'll go ahead on. I'm here 5 times a week, same days, same times, but if you want to make sure you don't miss an opportunity, go ahead and subscribe with that notification bell on so you always know when I'm about to go live. So yeah, thank you again so much for being here. It's an honor and a privilege to share this healing with all of you. And let's go ahead in and take a closer look at that beautiful grid we created together. Ooh, pretty. Oh, that looks so pretty. Let's do... Is there enough room? There we go. Hey, we got all the buddies in there. There we go. Oh, that looks really pretty. Well done, everyone. Thank you for all these beautiful well wishes and all of these intentions. Oh, I love it. Awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Everyone go ahead, relax, enjoy. However you show up for the Reiki, it will support and love you exactly that way. You don't need to dress up for it. You can just be yourself. I'm going to get ready to start that session. I will see you all in about 25 minutes. invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly come back to your body. See if your body needs to stretch, move, or bend. Thank you so much for being here with me today. It was an honor and a privilege to share this space with all of you. And this is a landmark, the very first monetized live stream. Thank you, everyone. If you have any questions or anything to share, feel free to use the chat. I am so grateful for every single one of you. And as a reminder, I am back tonight at 8 p.m. for another round of community distance Reiki. And Sunday at 8 p.m., Tuesday at 8 p.m., and Wednesdays at 4 p.m. All of those are East Coast U.S. time. You can find that full list in the description. And you can also subscribe with your notifications on so you can always drop in. Oh, thank you, Barbara. I'm grateful for you too. Thank you, Vincent. Thank you, Lisa, Catherine. Yeah, it's hilarious. Right after we did the big push and we got me to 1,000 subscribers, we got me 170 subscribers in like 4 days. And like a week later, YouTube decides, you only need 500 subscribers. Meh. Doesn't matter. I'm really glad. I'm just so glad. Oh, thank you, Lori. Am I doing anything for the new moon? I'll do a little bit of energy work, but usually for new moons, I kind of reflect and plant seeds and set intentions, and then on full moons, I give myself a chance to rest. I make extra time for my rest. Thank you, Catherine. Absolutely. Yeah, so just so you know, I've set the monetization so that we will not get ads during the stream. Because no. Like, we get bombarded with ads through way more than enough of our life. Let's have some spiritual time. So you may see an ad at the beginning of the stream or after the stream. You will not get interrupted with ads. Just know. Yeah, when I did it, it was 1,000 subs and 4,000 hours. And when I applied for, or when I was invited to become a partner, I had over 1,000 subs and over 9,000 watch hours. Oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome, Patty. Can't wait to see Key at 8 p.m. Yeah, I had tons of view hours, but lower in the subscribers. It was opposite how most people's are. Yeah, I don't know what they shifted it to this past week, but I'm happy. It makes it easier for folks to like get over the hump. It took me over a year to get monetized, but it was well worth it. Oh, thank you, Dell, and I hope you feel better soon. All the love to you as you recover. Oh, thank you. You're welcome, Samantha. Yeah, and if you have YouTube Premium, you won't see ads, but even if you don't, you won't see ads during the stream. Gotcha. Lots of peace and joy to everyone. Yay. Exciting. Yeah, I'm at about, last I checked, I was 1,025 subscribers. I'm so grateful for every single one. It's awesome. And it'll just keep getting better. But I'm going to go ahead and bring the stream to a close with an abundance of gratitude for all of you. I'm going to go eat, and then I'm going to get ready for the next round. So I hope to see you all again soon. Take care, and bye for now.